Hello and welcome to Just In. I'm your host, Adriana Lamar, here with Sammy Wells and Tommy Scott, coming to you from this beautiful holiday week. We got a great show for you today, so stick around. And as usual, shameless plug in, but go ahead and click the like and subscribe buttons on the bottom, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back. So first on the docket today, we're going to talk about LeBron James and his, what do you call it, suspension. Now, in honor of LeBron, I'm actually wearing a Laker shirt today. Uh, you're welcome, Sam. Would you like to get started?
Uh, no, no. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. First, that Laker attire that you got is horrible. It's the most ugliest thing. I'm talking about the shirt, okay? So,
Thanks for clarifying.
yes, I'm just gonna.
Luckily, I'm secure in my womanhood that I didn't take that personally.
Well, I was gonna say, Sam. I mean, look at you. I mean, you the ugliest. I mean, that's ugly right there. Just look at you. Look. Just
Hey,
look.
you know what? Don't hate on my
Oh no, I
character.
wasn't talking about the jersey.
Uh, don't hate on
The
the.
jersey's fine. I love him, man. He was great. He's fantastic. He's like one of the greatest ever. The jersey's cool. I'm all on board there.
Yep. Hey, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that my wife likes me. So hey, that's all that matters to me. But going to LeBron James
His
suspension,
wife
it
likes
was
him.
deserved. It was deserved. I mean, he did to the video, he did it as an accident. It was everybody could see it was an accident. He went up to the player to say, "Hey, my bad. Didn't mean to do that." But you know, some people do not like getting hit in their face, and
Some
they
people.
have a certain they have a certain that he got to a certain point that hey, I don't like getting hit in my face, so he was upset. And I mean, yes, you could say he overreact, but he did get hit in the face and he is bleeding. So you know, give it to him that hey, he's you don't want nobody want anybody hitting them in the face accidentally or on purpose. So but I think the suspension was needed for LeBron. I heard that reportedly he reached out to try to talk to the player to apologize again, but um, I guess the player didn't accept his call, or he never got the number to him. But it was well deserved for the NBA. If the NBA did not suspend him, then it just shows that LeBron is running the NBA, because if you're not going to punish your top player, then a lot of other players are going to get away with it. So,
What do you think, Tommy?
Yeah, it's like I looked at that video several times, and it's like, it's one of those where it's like you can see it's like he's trying to pull away. And that's, every basketball, especially when it comes to rebounds, you watch it. I mean, he'll watch Dennis Rodman. He can swing his elbows, like a champ, because he's got to get people off of him and clear the space. And it's not like you can do a test. You don't get a test. It's that one, get off of me so I can go and do my thing. And it really, I couldn't, like, looking at it, I couldn't see if it was like clear. I mean, it was throwing an elbow, but it actually looked like he came through with here. It was the rest of his hand that actually cut him across the face. And, and I get it. I think, so you said, you hit somebody in the face, they're going to be upset. Is it an overreaction? Yeah, maybe. Depends on whose standards you look at, right? Because there's certain things that, what do they call it? It's guy code, right? So there's certain aspects of guy code where, hey, accident or not, if you do this, like, if this happens, we have to. This is, the book says, when this happens, next we do this. And some folks are more forgiving of saying, all right, stuff happens, all that. Some folks are like, I don't care. It's like, I don't care if it was an accident. It's like, it's is an accident and it was carelessness on your part. It's not a common accident. That doesn't happen every other 5 minutes. So it's like this was you being careless and not doing whatever it is that you could have done. Your carelessness still got me hurt, even if it was an accident, right? The other part of it too is if you get hit in the face hard enough to get a good cut or a gash under your eye, there's a chance human body does this weird thing when it experiences pain. It reduces or it releases a lot of adrenaline, which helps you override the pain to make sure that you are safe, that you can move, that you can get out of danger. Now, in these situations where it's like, okay, there isn't really a danger per se because the event's over, the adrenaline doesn't just magically go away.
Yeah.
It's still there. You're already in a competition, so you're already in competition mode. You're there. You're already in competition mode. This is my opponent. So things just spiral and escalate. And the after scene of it was kind of like, you get mad, you say words, and go back, to your bench or whatever, to take care of it. It's all the stuff afterwards of, yelling at LeBron kind of approaching him, and then what happened after that, where it's kind of like, yeah, LeBron had a chance where even it's like, hey, I'm sorry, he didn't want to accept it. All right, cool, like back off, just remove yourself from the situation. You don't need to scream at it because apparently they're not in the mindset to receive it. He pushed the issue, so it's like, yeah, well, what do you expect? It's like I get it. He gets a day. What was it? Was at Isaiah, he gets the 2-day suspension on it because he was a little bit more aggressive.
Yes.
A little bit more aggressive and chasing him down even long after the fact. So, it happens, but I agree with you, Sam. It's like you gotta do something that way you have the teeth in there. And truth of the matter is like for both of them, it's probably a good thing. Those fights aren't common, and so it's like, hey, look, it's punishment, sure, but in reality, it's like go sit down and take a deep breath. Don't bring that onto the next court game. Just take a deep breath, let that go, and so we can move forward. The other one that I thought was interesting was the amount of money that Los Angeles is saving by LeBron being suspended for a game. It's like $500,000. Like, wait, you're saving $500,000 for when he doesn't work? Oh, that's crazy. That's just craziness right there. So
I wish I saved that much when I didn't work.
I know. I'm like, wow, if only that was the problem I had.
I'd retire right now.
No. Imagine being in a job where you're like, oh, I need to take Saturday off, but it's going to cost me personally, $248,000. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Woo! I don't know if I can swing that one. I might have to work next weekend too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I said, I think that LeBron getting suspended, it does send a message to the league that no matter what your talent is, no matter what your status as far as elite, you're going to get a punishment because you are a player. So it was good for the NBA to be able to do that. The other thing is, why is it that all the memorable NBA fights is always in Detroit?
Have you ever been to Detroit?
So why is it? It's just, yes, I've been to Detroit. It's not that bad of it. It's not
Things
that
are
bad.
hard out there. They're always on edge.
Detroit's not bad. It's rough. They are not in the mood of suffering fools, as you will. But it's actually relatively nice. Like one of the nice parts about Detroit is like they're literally like they're very I would say wealth-wise integrated, because you could be on one street with some big manicured, they got a made house. Just turn one corner and yep, that's plywood and duct tape right there. They right there. So it's an interesting city. Rode my motorcycle through it. Only lost a couple parts in the potholes, but
Well, I'll imagine that Detroit has to be sad because look at the Lions. They have to deal with the Lions all the whole football season, I just know that can't be, you know.
Oh, the poor Lions.
Sadness, and I don't mean to get on the Lions badly as far because we're talking NBA, but still.
The Lions so bad they couldn't even do a losing season correctly. They had to get a draw in there to make it like, okay, now it's got why you just can't.
They almost beat the Browns. They almost beat the Browns.
Best at losing. Damn it!
They almost beat the Browns, though. They almost.
Horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear warfare.
True.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back, and do you guys want to talk about Baker Mayfield next?
Sure.
All right, we'll do that. See you shortly.